Well, first we have to talk about what the subconscious is versus the conscious and the superconscious. The conscious mind is your will. It's what you desire. It's your ego. It's the you. It's the one that's, animating you. It's your basically kind of, you might well call it your spirit, because your spirit is what, gives you your personality. The subconscious doesn't think. It doesn't know English. The subconscious is the automatic mind. What it does is it listens to everything happening coming through the conscious mind, everything coming through your sympathetic nervous system, everything happening around you. And it takes it and puts it in folders like a librarian. It doesn't judge. It doesn't respond based on, what you want. It's taking everything and putting it in a library. So they say sometimes she knows all about you. She is a librarian. She takes the information and stores it. The other thing that she does is she keeps all of your organs, everything that has to do with the body that has to be automatic. She is running everything. Breathing, you don't have to think about breathing, it's automatic. When you get cut, you heal up. The body knows exactly how to heal. That's subconscious. You see, your subconscious mind is running the show. It's processing everything at one time, even when you're sleeping. It sees you when you're sleeping. It sees you when you're awake. You see, it is the part of you that is automatic, and it is available 24/7. The conscious mind is weak compared to, I should say, the processing power of the conscious mind is weak compared to the processing power of the subconscious. Some say that the subconscious mind is 13 million times stronger. 13 million times stronger in its
That's
computation power than your
that's
conscious mind. 13 million times stronger than your ego and what you want and what you desire. It is taking every event, every sniff of the air, every smell, every scent, every feeling, every event that is happening, even what was happening in the womb, and it is programming it and putting it into folders. It's running the show automatically. After you learn how to walk, you don't have to think about how to walk because it's programmed into the subconscious. Unless something happens, you have an accident or something, you have to remember how to walk again. You know what I'm saying? When you're thirsty, you get this automatic thirsty feeling. This is your subconscious saying you need to drink. We need water because we need water to run the show. So the subconscious, it is the thing that doesn't think. It doesn't care about what you want and your ego. It is a soldier or a librarian or a group of soldiers, because I'm going to break it down like this. Every event that happens that is tied to emotion, it is coded with energy. Your emotions, right? When you have an emotional response to something, there's chemicals that rush through the body. There's all of these things that are all this data that is computed and put in folders. The amount of emotion with that folder decides what is where the subconscious chooses where to put it in the file cabinet. So if
of
something is very emotional, it goes to the top drawer up front. That particular thing is so important. If it is strong, it has a lot of emotion, it must be important because you, which is the conscious mind, which is the commander of the ship, but the commander of the ship can't run the ship. The commander of the ship has got a crew member, it's got a navigator, it's got people that do all kinds of work to work the ship. You could be on a ship and have 10,000 people on the ship. The captain is the only one that has the will. The captain is the one setting the course. The captain is the one saying, we're going this way, and this is what we're doing, and this is what happens if we get in trouble. Well, when drama happens, trauma happens, when good stuff happens, it gets programmed, and parts of the ship, certain people on the ship, certain officers take over, and they handle that. The subconscious mind is taking everything, remembering everything. It forgets nothing, and it puts it in a book, a folder, in a file cabinet. Now, if something happened and it doesn't have a lot of emotion in it, well, that drops down to the bottom of the folder. I mean, the bottom of the file cabinet. It's not that important. The subconscious programs and puts things in files based on the repetition of pleasure or pain. It programs based on repetition and pain. So let's say the repetition of pleasure or pain. Let's say something happens really good and it keeps on happening. It says, put that in the top drawer. That's important. Reach for it. We may need that. These files that have been programmed are triggered by events that are similar. So when you remember that pie, grandma making that pie, and you smell that pie, you could be at another whole part of the house or outside, and you smell grandma's pie, and you know that pie is going to change your life because grandma's putting all kind of love. That's just not no easy baked pie. That ain't no something she just throwing together that she bought in the frozen section of Half Foods. You see, this is something that she is putting her energy in, and you smell that pie. You always remember that pie. Anything that has any energy like the smell of that pie triggers the vibration in the folder that grandma's memory is in. You begin to feel different. You begin to get these endorphins because the pie is on the way. Now, what really just happened is you drove by a shop and they had cinnamon and, some other herbs and things, and they were cooking something. It could have been a dessert shop or something, or drive by somebody's house. And you smell some of the smell that smells like grandma's pie. You get the feeling instantaneously. You just asked or you just commanded that file cabinet to open up. Now, grandma's not there, but you get some of the feeling. You get a little smile. You feel good. And you're not even consciously aware of this. This is happening in the background. It's automatically happening. Grandpa used to smoke cigarettes. You love Grandpa. Used to sit on Grandpa's lap and, he'd be smoking a cigarette or a cigar. Well, you love Grandpa. You had good, times with Grandpa. So here you are. You grow up. Grandpa's not there again. But all of a sudden, you start craving cigarettes and nicotine. You start having challenges because you want to remember the good feelings of Grandpa. It's triggering. The smoke is triggering the vibration of the file cabinet where Grandpa, those good feelings are at. But the cigarettes are not good for you. But all you know is you can't get off the cigarettes. You can't quit because there's an automatic program sitting in there that's remembering the state of consciousness in the environment that was happening when the file was created. Another one. There's a color called Santa Claus Red, which is Coca-Cola Red. Santa Claus is owned by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola created Santa Claus, what you call the modern day Santa Claus. That color is patented. You cannot use that color Coca-Cola Red. Try it. You won't even see it in the spectrum when you're picking colors in a tablet or whatever. You're not going to find, well, you might be able to make it, but Coca-Cola Red is a special color. Did you know that you got a file in your head that says Santa Claus based on the color? On seeing Coca-Cola Red. Well, Santa does all these great things as a child. You remember this. So now you see Coca-Cola in the store. You automatically like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is going to whoop everybody's butt when it comes down to, soft drinks because people are remembering Santa Claus and don't even know that Coca-Cola Red is connected to Santa Claus. So that color signals a part of you that says, hey, I want some stuff for free. Santa, that whole thing is about getting something for free, going to bed early so you can come down the chimney. Whether this is true or not, your subconscious doesn't know that it's not true. Your subconscious is programming the smell, the touch, the feeling of everything. The whole experience is being bundled and stored as symbols in a file. That part of your mind, it's not really even the mind. The subconscious is technically not the subconscious mind. It's technically the body mind. The subconscious is too big to be stored in your head.